So it's been 17 days since we stuck these rams in with their ewes, and so today we need to go around and change everybody's crown, and we're going to add a few new ewes to a different ram group. So we're starting off down here at the bank barn. Over the last 17 days, basically all these ewes have been marked except for one. There's one that has some light mark on it, but you know, with the way a ewe cycle works, nothing's exactly right on schedule with that 17 days. You know, it's nature, so that's why we're changing the crown today in this group. Nobody's getting added to it. So we're just gonna go in here, check around his harness, making sure that he's not developing any abrasions from it on him, and swap out the crown to a red one. Any marks on him?
He feels fine.
Hmm?
He feels fine. Here, put it down here.
So within the last 2 minutes of coming out of this pen and putting that new crown on, a couple of the ewes have actually started riding around and pushing around the 2 ewes that haven't been marked. That's what I said. I think I read that it's like 16 to 19 days, something like that, that a ewe cycle can be. And so that's why we just kind of figure on 17. That's what's like an accepted average amount of time. So like I said, today right now, basically been dead on 17 days since we put him in with them. So doesn't surprise me. I expect with that yellow on there, the red should cover it up pretty good. Here's what that crown looks like at the end of the 17 days. They got it marked down pretty good. You can see the bottom glue part where it's stuck on there. So, you know, we've actually had them where they've used almost all of it. You can see over at the house, one of the rams, he's worn his down so much that the plastic started scraping a little bit of the wool on the ewe's back. So that's what you got to keep an eye on, so you know that if you need to get in there and take a look at it to see if too much of the crown has come off or if there's something wrong with it, because you don't want him to tear up her back with it or give her a bunch of abrasions. So that's something that you look for. But it's kind of dark in here, but every evening I kind of take a look and write down any ewe that had been marked or how her marks look. Like this ewe is one of the last ones. She was just marked just the other day, just like a couple days ago. So you can really see that yellow on her back stands out a little bit more than like this ewe right here. She only has some lighter yellow marks on her back. They're already starting to fade off a little bit. That yellow, that's why we usually stick with that really light color right off the bat, since it's something you're looking for, because after 17 to 20 days, they'll rub it off of them. So now we're needing something a little bit brighter to stand out. So my next move, I'm gonna go into this pen We have 2 Suffolk lambs we want to pull out of here. I think it's 3 commercial Suffolks, and then 3 of these weather type ewe lambs that are out of the ram that we just put the crown on. We're going to get all those loaded on the trailer because we're going to go over and split those up between the 2 Suffolk rams at the house. We decided to basically leave one of those new lambs that we had purchased that was born, I believe, on Valentine's Day. And then we have one of ours that was born on Valentine's Day, and one was born in like February 24th, I think. And so we decided to basically not put those in with rams, those 3. And that will give us a set of lambs that we're going to try to breed them this coming April. So that way we have a set of fall lambs, along with some other ewes that we pick up. But with those would be the registered Suffolks that we have in the fall. So we decided basically, instead of holding them out for a whole nother cycle, that we're just going to go ahead and plan on, you know, just holding them out until April. But right now we want to go in here and sort off the ones that we need, put them in the front of the pen, put the ones that are staying in the back, and then I'll get the trailer backed up and we'll get them loaded up.
Moving closer now.
Hang on. So we got all those girls here on the trailer. That leaves us with 3 here, Suffolk ewe lambs. That they'll just basically stay there until I figure out where I'm gonna stick them at for a more permanent solution. But we're gonna go ahead and get everybody fed here for the night. Then we're gonna go run over to the house. We gotta split these girls up and get them unloaded there. So we just got back here with that group of ewes. We got them on the trailer. We're gonna basically put them in 2 different groups. We're gonna bring that Y7, the one from South Dakota, and another one that was ours that was born here, the 2562, and we're going to put them in here with Mystic Mac. But I need to get him up here. We're going to change his crown and get that swapped around first, then go ahead and just bring those 2 girls down on a halter and turn them in with him. And then we'll go over here to Earl's pen, get him haltered up, get his crown changed. The rest of the ewes are going in there, and then our other ewe, 2561, who twin sisters to the one that we're putting in here with Mystic Mac, we're going to bring her over and stick her in here with Earl. Sometimes you just gotta let it know what's up, you know? Move it, girl. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. These weather types, they don't really use their brain. So this 2562, Max already mounted her 2 or 3 times. She's not in like a standing heat. He's just getting on her. He's actually got on this one, but that's a problem with these light marks. Until we see him really get heavily marked, you don't know, was he just chasing them around and jumped on them a couple of times? You know, you'll notice with these crowns, some of them, the next day, they'll be very marked up, like their whole back end has a lot of marks on it, almost a solid color. Like this ewe here has a really yellow back. She had a really light mark, and then about 2 days later her whole back was yellow. But he's chasing these around a lot. It's only like high 60s today, so that's good. If it was too hot, you know, I get worried with him chasing around, because he'll run them a lot tonight, keep everybody moving around this pen. And on this side, all these girls, they're over here in the corner together. Earl is up here checking out that one I walked in on the halter right now. That's her twin that's over here getting marked up here with Missing Mac, but she's in here with her mother. Her mother's 0011. And then with these are just some of our commercial Suffolks. Actually, those are all 3 commercial Suffolk ewe lambs that we kept back, and then these 3 weather type. We kept those back just to try this out this year. So currently our plan with them right now, I think, is run them in here with this ram for 2 cycles. As of like today, I believe it'll start giving us February 1st lambs, February 2nd, if they're bred today and they have their lamb right on their due date. We run them with them for the 2 cycles. That would put us basically through the end of February, right at the beginning of March. Whenever we end up pulling the ram, I do want to get these ewe lambs scanned. I may end up getting everybody scanned because if they didn't get bred this time around, it'd probably end up for us this year, instead of just holding them back, unless they're a registered Suffolk, just basically marketing them somehow, selling them, or, you know, enter them, just take them down to the stockyards, instead of taking up room all winter, hay and feed, and then next year just buy in more ewes to replace those with, overfeeding them out for another year. But we'll just have to see how it goes with that. Right now, we're gonna get everybody fed. That way they can all settle down and calm down for the evening, and we'll check back on them here in just a little bit.